609-403-0973. Let us know who you think won and why. And producer Josh will sift through those comments and pick a winner or two or three. We might have one winner. We may have multiple winners, depending on how good your comment is when you text in who you thought won and why. But we'll hear from the law down the hall. That is Damian Musiani. He's our judge, and he joins us now for Three from the Guys. Judge, how are you?
PT, Nick, how are you guys doing today?
Just fantastic, Damian.
Sounds good. PT, you have like a revolving door. You're like, auditioning new guest hosts or something this week.
Well, the MG had some vacation, so hey, look, we'll see. Deshaun got the victory the other day. On Monday, we'll see if Nick can make it 2 for 2 with fill-ins.
As always, you can cut the tension with a knife, so let's dive right in and chip away. PT, I've taken some shots at golfer Ricky Fowler at times in Three from the Guys back when I think it was a story you had where a coach warned him about turning into the Kardashians, but the guy gets the hottest girlfriends, and he just rotates them like revolving doors. And for those that are visually impaired, we're including pics of these women when we post the podcast of Three from the Guys in the next hour. His ex-girlfriend was model Alexis Randock, and she's, incredible. Her Instagram pics make Allison Stokey, his new girlfriend, look like one of those robed-up chicks from the Handmaid's Tale show. But Stokey alone is still really hot. I mean, she's a pole vaulter. Insert your own joke there. But, PT, something with this story, they feel like this whole thing seems like it's forced. All these 164 likes on her Instagram, a lot of these photos were originally posted way back when Fowler was dating the other girl or some other girl, not Stokey. So this looks like a purposeful response, like that maybe they got into a fight because maybe she said Fowler doesn't compliment her enough. So he goes, oh, yeah? Really? Okay. And then he spends 90 minutes hate-liking each one of her Instagram pictures to prove his love. That's my theory. Call him henpecked if you want, but I'm with Fowler here. An ounce of prevention is a ton of cure. She might throw his pole down and vault right over him if he doesn't.
Yeah, good stuff, Judge.
So, Nick, here's your inaugural story on Three from the Guys. I guess I would ask for a drum roll, but we'd probably wait 10 seconds of silence while Josh tries to find it. No offense to Josh.
Poor Josh.
Nick,
man.
I'm really happy that Joey Chestnut won the Coney Island hot dog eating contest again. He's got a strong Philly wing bowl history. The judge himself considers me to be an amateur competitive food eater. And no lie on this, I have a cousin who actually plays second in wing bowl on multiple occasions. So it's in my blood. The 72 hot dogs that Chestnut ate works out to over 11,000 calories and nearly a pound of pure fat. That's like taking 4 sticks of butter and swallowing each of them whole. Now, I feel like this contest is getting stale, so I feel like they need to up the ante in the hot dog eating contest. So here's my idea. I think once Joey Chestnut is crowned the winner, now this might sound a bit extreme, but hear me out, boys. They should then bring in 3 cannibal tribesmen from Papua New Guinea to try to eat Joey Chestnut. I mean, I know that it would conceivably kind of end Chestnut's chances to defend the crown next year, but sacrifice is truly the nourishment of evolution. So I say, do it, Coney Island. Set that bar high.
make way for a new champion to eat maybe 80 in the next couple of years.
Yeah, well, you'd be able to eat the hot dogs, the guts, the kidneys, the sweetbreads, the liver. I mean, this smorgasbord, man. It turns into a whole different contest.
Okay, Judge Lecter, what's the next story?
So, PT, the Dodgers' Clayton Kershaw took a no-hitter into the 7th inning yesterday, and then he gave up 2 hits and got pulled. Gee, that's only happened over a dozen times in Major League Baseball this season. I mean, it was a good performance, but nobody's going to make July 4th Clayton Kershaw Day out of it. So he excitedly cut his post-game presser short because he just had to go see the fireworks. Now, I don't know how Dodger fans get through each day. I really don't. I've spent many weeks in La La Land, and the weather there just kind of makes you soft in the head, I think. You got one of the top pitchers in all of baseball on your team. He's on his way to his 3rd 20-win season, a lifetime low 2 ERA, 2,000 strikeouts, and he's still under 30 years old. He could very well end up in the Hall of Fame one day, but he gets distracted by shiny things and runs when he hears fireworks. My house cat does the same thing.
And the winner is La La Land. Oops, no, it's Damian Musiani.
It's very good. That's a good segue, PT. You're always good there. You've always got the drum, the bump ready to go. Let's see if you have it ready again. Nick, the Rochester Red Wings are changing their name to the Plates for one night in August. I mean, the food that they're honoring, as PT mentioned, it's called the Garbage Plate. So call them the Garbage Plates. I mean, I hate backhanded marketing. The PR department in Rochester didn't want the name Garbage on the uniform, so don't do the event then. It's half the name. Nobody knows what the plates are. That's like a Philly team calling themselves the Cheese. And did you see the logo picture of the Garbage Plate? It looks like a relief drawing of the levels of the Earth's crust.
That's
and to top it off, the article says the name of this food, no lie, it came from disrespectful college students who refused to order it properly. It was called Hotz and Potatoes. The real name, they told the concession stand workers, just give me some of that garbage on a plate, and now that's what they call it. I would sit down next to Joey Chestnut and eat 3 plates of garbage in a nearly empty Frontier Field to watch Rochester get crushed by the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs any day. No bump, PT? Okay.
Sorry, Judge.
Well, listen,
I was slow. Sorry, I'm slow.
He's fresh out of it.
PT, Howard Johnson of the 86 Mets World Series team became a proud grandpop again when his son's wife gave birth on the side of an interstate. There's no word if they parked their car at an actual Howard Johnson's for the delivery. I mean, that would have made the story really great. But I understand that to honor their infant's grandpop, the proud parents bundled the baby up in swaddling clothes and then rolled her in between Bill Buckner's legs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, man.
Since nobody would even know or care about Howard Johnson if Buckner's World Series error didn't happen.
Oh, man.
So, Nick, this poor 24-year-old millionaire tennis star, Bernard Tomic.
Oh, man.
He said he got bored playing in Wimbledon, which is why he lost in straight sets to Misha Zverev. Listen, I can't rip this guy. At least he's honest. He doesn't respect the sport anymore. And that's fine because tennis, newsflash, is boring. It's very boring. It doesn't evolve ever. Now, PT might remember this. There used to be a video game called Pong about 100 years ago, right?
Oh,
PT?
yeah. Yep, I remember it.
Pong's a classic.
It had 2 rectangle dots with a little dot going back and forth between them. Atari tried to market that crap in America as electronic tennis. Now, if you play Pong for 5 minutes, you just fall asleep. So Tomic getting bored after 10 years of tennis, I totally understand it. I say it's time to get avant-garde. It's time to juice up the sport of tennis. The judge, of course, as always, has great ideas. I say put water hazards on the court. Put a little camera inside the tennis ball. And then you have to line each court with alternating grass and clay strips so that you have less time to gauge the bounce. There, I have just saved tennis. You're welcome, ITF.
We're putting a mini golf course onto the tennis court, and they have to hit the ball into a couple holes too as well.
Try something. I mean, the only reason why golf isn't boring is because there's always somebody who keeps breaking records. They're not breaking records anymore in tennis. They're just, I don't know. They're actually not even breaking the silence. You got to be so quiet there. It's ridiculous. At least you can yell Baba Booey on a golf course. You can't even do that on a tennis court. Anyway, fellas, we are at the end of 3 from the guys. Great stories all around. I'm going to give it today to the story that both of you actually submitted, but because he submitted it first, the Coney Island hot dog eating contest goes to Nick. Congratulations, Nick Costco. You've won 3 from the guys.
Hey, there we go. 1-0, PT. It's like we're undefeated.
Congratulations. You are one of life's winners. We'll be right back.
All right, so the judge is gracious. He's giving the fill-in guys all the victories. We'll see what he does tomorrow when we play the game again. Mike Gill will be back, so it'll be a heated rivalry for sure. Thank you, Judge. We'll hear more from Damian Musiani in a minute or two here on his update.